Yeah, man, there's your boy Chico Black. I'm out and about handling some business, but I had to go ahead and do this video. This man is being sued once again for, you see that little circle right there in the thumbnail where all the guns were pointed at him? Well, someone, a photographer from Italy, if I'm not mistaken, has that same image, but just differently, but just almost the same. And he's suing Drake for damages. But let me read this real quick. It says, Drake is being sued by an Italian photographer, Gabriel Galimbardi, for alleged copyright infringement over his What Did I Miss music video. The lawsuit claims the video extensively copies a photograph from Galimbardi's 2020 book, The Americans. The lawsuit filed on November 12, 2025 in federal court argues that a specific shot in the music video is a direct lift from Galimbardi's work. Both the photograph and the video is a direct lift from Galimbardi's work. Both the photograph and the video shot depicts man standing outside a house near a swimming pool surrounded by an arrangement of firearms laid out at equipment distance from one another. Lombardi's a contributor to National. I'll get back to it once the other you know what I'm saying, information comes out. But this is the actual man that you see on my left hand all the way to the top. This is the photographer that is suing Drake. And this is the picture that is in his book that he put in the front of his book, you know, as the cover of the book. And this is the reason why he is suing Drake for damages and other things to that nature. And I'm telling you, it's only gonna get worse for Drake, because if you think about it, it looks exactly. The only difference is that Drake is pointing all the guns to himself, like saying like the industry, UMG, Kendrick Lamar, and all his enemies are trying to kill him, but he can't be killed. But it looks similar, the same, practically identical. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is you can see the star, and he's in the middle of the star. But let me keep on reading. And it says, Geographic is seeking damages, profits, and an injunction to prevent further distribution of the music video. This is one of the several recent legal issues involving Drake. Defamation lawsuit against UMG. Drake sued Universal Music Group, the parent company of his label, for defamation and harassment related to the promotion of Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us. That lawsuit was initially dismissed by a federal judge, but Drake's attorney have appealed the decision. Online casino class action. A class action lawsuit in Missouri alleges Drake engaged in deceptive, fraudulent, and unfair practices by promoting the online casino state as a harmless social. But there's more. Don't worry about it. Hold on. Harmless social casino with it functions as an unlawful gambling platform. Spotify streaming fraud allegations. A separate lawsuit against Spotify filed by rapper RBS claims the streaming service allows for massive streaming fraud, and that Drake has allegedly benefited from billions of artificial streams, hunting of royalties and other artists. Drake is not a defendant in the particular lawsuit, but it just comes to show you how much these people also help Drake in every aspect and level you can think of. Man, it's not over. By the time that they finish with Drake's gonna be beat up, towed up, and he's gonna be looking like an old man like LeBron James. And believe me, if he's not the one suing, they're the ones suing him. How many other lawsuits this man don't got pending on his name? You know what I'm saying? It just get to the point to where, you know what? You get tired of doing videos of people like this, but you know what? I have to let the world know of how much of a fraudulent and criminal when it comes to this dude. And being a culture vulture and not representing hip-hop and not having the respect for hip-hop that, you know what I'm saying, every major artist or every famous artist or every underground artist that represents and love hip-hop is supposed to represent how it's supposed to be. This is how Drake is going to look by the time he finishes all his legal lawsuits against him or him filing the lawsuits himself. This man is going to break. There is no other way of putting it. And to be perfectly clear here, there's other lawsuits that is pending on this man's, you know what I'm saying, lifetime. There is no stopping when it comes to when I said, and I will continue saying this, God doesn't like ugly. And the uglier you are, the more God will put you out there. Yeah, it might take some time. Yeah, you might think you got the leverage and the advantage because of your so-called success and your achievements and your accolades. But once you are put on that spot and you already see that UMG already pressed that red button, not once, not twice. And Drake is actually looking like this, like, man, what can I do to be able to win? You know what? Kendrick Lamar set the standards so high that if you are not in his level or Eminem's level, or, you know what I'm saying, several other rappers' levels like the Clips and Tyler the Creator and several others' level, you can forget about it. And all this now that, you know, why rap is not within the billboards and they're blaming Kendrick for it? No. Blame this dude for suing and being the Karen and being the crybaby and being the lawbreed that he is. And now he's being sued for being a copycat. You know how many rhymes, you know how many songs, you know how many bars and verses and choruses and bridges Drake has taken from other rappers and other singers? Don't let me get started, bro. And that's the reason why I'm telling you, this man is taking the biggest and major loss in hip-hop history, and it's only gonna get worse. More lawsuits are gonna pop up. More of his fraudulent and behavior, narcissistically, and his metal to the pedal behavior is going to be exposed. This is not the ending of this man's exposure. This is just the beginning of the iceberg and the tip of the iceberg. And if you think I'm bullshit, y'all better go ahead and keep on doing y'all research. Look what Talib Kweli said about this man, and I didn't even know that. I just did the video. Y'all go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Drake has been having ghostwriters, but not only that, this man copies whatever he thinks is going to benefit him in any type of shape, way, or form. And that's where he's wrong at, because you got people that understand the laws, that understand the boundaries, and understand, you know what I'm saying, what it means when you try or you copy or you take or you analyze or you try to put together something that didn't even belong to you. You didn't even reach out to the man himself to say, hey, yo, can I grab this part? Hey, yo, can I take this and put it on my video? I'll cut you a percentage, because that's how Drake is. He doesn't care about nothing. He only cares about himself and what he could do for himself. And then right after he's done with you, that he feel he doesn't need you, he throws you away like a piece of shit, like he was garbage. And that's his problem. And that's why he's being exposed to the levels that he's being exposed in. And it's not the last time that this man will be exposed. There's so much more to come. We just gotta sit back, relax, like Eminem says, and drink a six-pack, because, man, there's more that is going to come. Am I surprised? Hell no, I'm not surprised, because I know that Lowry has so much more exposure towards himself that is going to be reviewed and it's going to resurface and it's going to be put on the social media. It is what it is. And guess who's pushing that button? Don't let me even get there, because we already know who's making this happen. Because before, he had the protection, he had the people that had his back, so it wasn't a problem with him getting away with whatever he wanted to get away with. Now, he can't even do that. Why? Because the machine has pressed that red button. And I'm letting y'all know right now, his downfall will be even more difficult for his fans to watch, because literally, he can't take flight no more. And that's the problem. And another thing, Drake said in the Heart Part 6, and I got this from Corolla, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to my dog. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to his channel. My dude is funny as fuck. He's hilarious. He said, and he mentioned something about the Heart Part 6, where he says in a part to Kendrick Lamar, you know what? Save your money. Because in terms, I'm going to end up suing you. So go ahead and don't waste your money. Save up your money. Save your papers, because I will see you in court in them terms and in them words. So Drake has been planning this because he knows. And he knew that he lost to Kendrick Lamar. So when he came out with the Heart Part 6, a lot of them bars went over people's head. I'm glad Corolla caught that, and he put it in the video out yesterday, and he is so right. This man literally told Kendrick Lamar one bar: save your paper, save your money, and I see you in court. I'm telling you, this man had this all figured out and planned already. But that's not what this video is about. That's another video. But it just comes to show you how much of a Karen and how much of a sucker and how much of a I can't stand this dude, bro. That's why I'm gonna roast him and I'm gonna expose him as much as possible. And believe me when I tell you, there's so much more to come. But I'm going to end this video by saying, I told you, I told you, I told you. There's more to come when it comes to this Karen that we see in this thumbnail. Y'all comment down below. Tell me what y'all think about the whole situation, and we'll go from there. There's your boy Chico Black, a.k.a. Jaloso. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.